Has anyone else realized that the 2018 GTI is coming out, or it's out in the US, and there's no hype about it? What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining me yet again on my day off. Yes! I love turning on my car on my day off. You know why? Because I don't have to go to work. So the 18 GTI is coming out, or is out in the US, but there's no hype about it. I think there are really three things that stand out the most to me when I see that there's no hype around this car. So the first reason I think that people think that the GTI, the new GTI, the 2018 GTI, is not worth it in the US is because there hasn't been many updates made. With the Mark 7.5, you do get a couple of things. You get a standard 220 horsepower, so you don't no longer have to go to the power pack to get the extra 10 horsepower, which is nice, but not necessary, because once you start getting into tuning, it doesn't necessarily matter much. Also, there's a new front fascia. Honestly, I like the Mark 7 fascia better. I'm not too keen on those big fang, like fog light things. I don't like them. I really don't. They do nothing for me. You got new wheels that look just like the Austins, except it looks like someone was spinning them faster when they designed them. The only thing I think it's cool about the new refresh is really just the LED taillights. But then again, those are all things that you can get aftermarket, or you can get off that car and put it on yours. They've been out for quite a bit. I mean, most of the taillights that have been out of the market, out of the 7.5, have been out since halfway through the cycle in Europe last year. The Mark 7.5 refresh does absolutely nothing for me in terms of upgrades. The second reason I don't think the Mark 7.5 is a worthy candidate for consideration to purchase new is the price point of the Mark 7 has dropped a lot. I mean, you can get a decent 2015, 2016 if you want the CarPlay Mark 7 stick shift for anywhere between 14 to 18 grand, depending on what kind of mileage you want on it. And you can't go wrong with that. That's over $10,000 off the price of the car. That's almost half the price of the car if you buy a car that's 2 years old or 1.5 years old. That is a pretty significant difference. And with that money you're saving, if you're planning on modifying the car, then you've got a lot of options. I mean, you have a ton of money left over. Your payment on a Mark 7 GTI that's pre-owned versus your payment on a Mark 7.5, it's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be probably like $200 depending on your credit. So why not just save up $200 a month? I mean, that's an extra $2,400 you saved up at the end of the year. Or an extra $2,400 in mods you could have done throughout the year that you've owned the car. Think of what you can do to your car with $2,400. I would say wheels and a tune, maybe even a clutch. It's funny that I gave those three things, and those are the three things that I never did. And lastly, guys, besides the lack of upgrades and the price point, the cycle is just too far in. There's no reason why you should buy a Mark 7.5. If you want to buy new and you definitely set your eyes on buying the car brand new, then you might as well wait for the Mark 8. I mean, run your beater for a little bit longer. Run your current project for a little bit longer. Start a small 1-year project for, the 1 year. Don't buy the Mark 7.5. There is absolutely no reason. But thanks for hearing me rant, guys. See you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, want to see more videos like it regarding GTI, Volkswagen content, car meets, you know the works. Make sure you subscribe down below, leave a comment, give it a like, give it a share. I'm probably confusing the hell out of you guys, but see you in the next one. Peace out.